Hello, Undergrounds, I'm Dream Guerrero, and welcome to Whiteboard Requests. This time in Whiteboard Requests, I'm going to be showing you how to play Everything Stays from the cartoon Adventure Time. So this was featured in an episode with the same name. Now, it was written by Rebecca Sugar, and we're actually basing it off by a live performance by Rebecca Sugar. Okay, so we were taking a look at what she's doing with the ukulele, what chords she's playing, and we're going to try to give it to you as best as we can and as accurately as possible. All right, so here we go. Let's get started. First, as usual, we're going to show you the chords we're going to be playing for this song. First chord is going to be a G major 7. Pointer finger goes on the C string 2nd. Middle finger E string 2nd. Ring finger A string 2nd fret. So those 3 strings on the 2nd fret with those 3 fingers. Alright, next up we have a C major 7. All we're going to do is we're going to release our pointer and ring finger from that G major 7 chord, ring finger on the A string 2nd fret. Next up we have an F sharp diminished 7. Now this sounds really intimidating, but I'm going to show it to you this way. So you know how you hold a G chord, right? Well, we're going to do we're going to place it 1 string up like this. Okay, so pointer finger goes in the G string 2nd fret, ring finger in the C string 3rd fret, middle finger E string 2nd fret, and this time we're going to take our pinky finger and place it on the A string 3rd fret. So it's going to be 2, 3, 2, 3 with all 4 of our fingers. So if you have a hard time trying to think of how to play that F sharp diminished 7 chord, all you got to do is just think of a G chord, a normal G chord, 1 string up with your pinky finger there. All right, so just like your G chord, but with your pinky finger there. All right, so next up we have an E minor chord, nice and simple. Pointer finger A string 2nd fret, middle finger E string 3rd fret, ring finger C string 4th fret. All right, next up we have a C7 chord. Pointer finger goes in the A string 1st fret. Next up we have a D7 chord. So pointer finger on the G string 2nd fret, middle finger E string 2nd fret. All right, let's take a look at the next page here. We have an A minor. For this one, we're going to use our pointer finger on the G string 2nd fret. Okay, next up we have a G7. So middle finger then goes in the C string 2nd fret, pointer finger E string 1st, and ring finger on the A string 2nd fret. And we have one last chord, and that's going to be a C minor 7. We're going to take our pointer finger and we're going to bar the 3rd fret like this. Okay, so now that we know all our chords, we have a simple strumming pattern that we're going to be using for this song. That strumming pattern is down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Now it is in 3/4, so you're gonna have to get that same kind of feel. So let's practice that by taking our left hand, placing it over the strings like this, and trying that strumming pattern. Down, down, up, down, up, down. So if you want to bounce it a little bit, that's totally fine. Okay, if you want it a little bit more mellow, you can use your thumb and the pad of your thumb to get a nice mellow strum. Let's try that out with one of our chords, G major 7. So it goes like this. Now let's try that out with G major 7 and C major 7. So we're gonna do 1 bar each. So it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so nice and simple, just kind of keep it consistent using either that warm tone of your flesh, or you can use your pointer finger and strum the chords. All right, now let's move on. Here are your chord progressions. So let's kind of work one by one with this, with this song. So first off, we have the intro, and the intro is nice and simple. It's just G major 7 to the C major 7, G major 7 to the C major 7, 1 bar each, which would sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And that's when you start the song, okay? So now that we have our intro, let's take a look at our verse. So the verse starts off with our G major 7, and that's gonna get 1 bar. 1, 2, 3. And then go to the C major 7. 1, 2, 3. Then back to G major 7. 1, 2, 3. And from there, I like to keep my middle finger there for my anchor, release the whole thing, and then play my F sharp diminished 7 chord. And that gets 1, 2, 3. Okay, so for that first line, let's try it out. G major 7, C major 7, G major 7, F sharp diminished 7. Okay, all gets 1 bar. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, nice and simple. What we're gonna do from here, release our pointer and pinky finger, slide these two up for our E minor chord. Okay, so it goes E minor, 1, 2, 3, and then to the C7, 1, 2, 3. So one more time, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then we're gonna go back to our G major 7, 1, 2, 3. All right, so next up is going to be a D7. So we're gonna release our pointer and ring finger using our middle finger as our anchor. We're gonna take our pointer finger to the top string, 2nd fret for our D7 chord. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, now let's look at all the chords in our verse. It goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, G major 7, C major 7, G major 7, F sharp diminished 7, E minor, C7, G major 7 to the D7. Okay, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna repeat that whole thing once again. We're gonna go back to G major 7, then to the C major 7, G major 7 to the F sharp diminished 7, E minor to the C7, G major 7 to the D7. Okay, now that we got our intro, we got our verse, let's take a look at the chorus. So notice, we're gonna look ahead a little bit, that these two chords are, on their little parentheses, okay? What that means is we're gonna play that later on. So the next time we return to the chorus, we're going to be playing those chords. But for now, we're gonna go all the way to the D7, and once we get there, we're gonna go back to our intro, which leads us back to our verse, and then back to the chorus. So the second time we get to the chorus, that's when we play the parentheses chords. Okay, so let's just kind of focus on the chords, not in the parentheses for now. And that starts off with your A minor chord. So the chord before is going to be D7. All you gotta do is take out your middle finger, get to the A minor. So it goes like this. A minor, this time 2 bars. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then it goes to the E minor, 2 bars. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, D7. So far we have everything stays right where you left it. Everything D7. And then it goes to that F sharp diminished 7 again. So 1 bar, and it goes to the E minor, 1 bar. And then G7, 1 bar. And then to the C major 7, 1 bar. And then C minor 7, 1 bar. Alright, so now let's take a look at the chorus and what we have so far from that A minor all the way to the C minor 7. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, A minor. And to the E minor. Then D7, F sharp diminished 7 to the E minor. G7, C major 7 to the C minor 7, and And then from there, we're going to go straight to the G major 7. We're going to play that 2 times. And then D7 2 times. And that'll lead us right back to the intro where we can repeat that and then get back to the verse. Okay, so in the live recording, Rebecca Sugar repeats those same 2 verses that she does in the beginning again, and then goes back to the chorus and does a different ending. Okay, so now let's take a look at the chorus once again and see if we can get back to that intro. Okay, so let's play everything but the chords in the parentheses. Ready? Here we go. So the D7 2 times. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Here's the intro. Let's go straight to our verse. Here we go. G major 7, C major 7, back to the G major 7, F sharp diminished 7, E minor, C7, G major 7 to the D7. Repeat the verse. Here we go. Chorus, A minor. Everything stays right where you left it. Everything, D7, F sharp diminished 7, E minor, G7, C major 7, C minor 7, G major 7, and then to the D7. Alright, so remember we played the D7 twice last time, but this time, on the second time that we go to the chorus, we're going to play that D7 just once. So, 1, 2, 3, and to fill up that second bar that we didn't do, we're going to be doing our F sharp diminished 7 there. 1, 2, 3. Leads us to our E minor chord. Okay, so from this E minor, it's actually going to lead us back to that G7 chord, and it lets us play that part of the chorus again, which is ever so slightly. So E minor, ever so slightly, daily and nightly, in little ways, D7. Okay, so when you want to end it, what you can do is play that D7 twice, 2 bars of D7, and just like you did the first time, go back to the intro, but the intro is actually going to be your ending. So this is how she does it on her live show. So she goes to the D7 twice, goes to the intro, G major 7, C major 7, G major 7, C major 7, and then you end on one last G major 7. Okay, so from here, leading back to the intro, so let's work on that ending, all right? So here we go. To the G7 right here, the second line of the chorus. 1, 2, 3, ready, set, go. G major 7. Okay, so if you want to play it more towards what they originally aired in that episode, you can just play the intro, the verse, and then the chorus, and play the whole thing with the with the parentheses in there. So if you're playing it like the episode, let's start from that G7 right there, second line of the chorus. To the D7. F sharp diminished 7, E minor. And that should be more towards what they did in that episode, okay? So, once again, for the regular episode, intro, verse, chorus, all the way to the E minor, including these parentheses, and you're done. But live, Rebecca Sugar style, intro, verse, chorus to the D7, which leads you back to the intro again, verse, chorus with the chords in the parentheses, going back to the G7, and it leads back to the D7, straight to the intro, and then done. Okay? So, we have one more thing that we want to show you. I know when she plays this, she does little, finger picking patterns, and she doesn't really strum, but this is the picking pattern that she does right in the intro, which sounds like this. Alright, so nice and simple, we're going to be playing those intro chords with our left hand and pretty much do the same thing. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, on our right hand, we're going to be doing this finger picking pattern of C, E, G, A, G, E, C, strum. So in to out to in, then strum. In, out, in, strum. So in to out, back to in, then strum. Let's try that out with our chords. So G major 7. So once I hit that E string, I'm going to let go for the C major 7, then play that open C string. So it sounds like this. Strum. Alright, so even though this is the intro, you can actually play this song like this. So if you wanted to keep that finger picking pattern, you can. It sounds like... Alright, so you can play those chords with that finger picking pattern and you should be just fine. But if you don't want to do that strum, if you want to do just a straight up finger picking pattern for 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, you can just do the simple into, out to in picking. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So my song would sound like this. Let's look in the garden, you'll find something waiting. Alright, and that would be closer to what Rebecca Sugar is doing with her ukulele. You can experiment with different strings, hitting different strings with your finger picking pattern, or you can stick with that pattern of in to out to in. Alright, so that's pretty much everything that you need to learn in order to play Everything Stays from Adventure Time, written by Rebecca Sugar. Okay, this is Aldrin Guerrero for ukuleleontheground.com. Please check out Ukulele on the Ground for more lessons, and while you're there, sign up for UU Plus to take your ukulele playing to the next level. Have a great day. Aloha.